What
did
we just watch?
In a future where Earth's ecosystem verges on collapse, man-made robots roam the city to protect dwindling human life. When a robot overrides a key protocol put in place to protect human life, Rock Robotics insurance agent Jacques Vaucan is assigned to locate the source of the manipulation and eliminate the threat. What he discovers leads Vaucan, Rock Robotics, and the police into a battle with profound consequences for the future of humanity. Snoresville. Sounds awesome.
Does it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
So welcome to episode 6.
Episode 6 of...
What did we just watch?
What did we just watch? What did we just watch?
Automata.
Whatever, however you want to say.
Automata.
I think Leo might have just watched it, but...
He says it once in the movie.
Automata?
Talking to... He's like, do you know what the Automata is? No.
Because you can't understand Antonio Banderas, even though he's been in this country for 40 fucking years.
It stars Antonio Banderas.
He's the male Selma Hayek.
Well, it was a Hispanic director, too, I assume.
I got no problem with Hispanics. I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah. Well, I
literally thought Antonio Banderas spoke clearer English than that. We'll put it that way. The little
I
Puss in
like
Boots,
how he talks like
the
that.
Shrek thing, I can understand the cat way better than that. You know, I'm just
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. There we go. Puss in Boots.
Also stars Melanie Griffith.
Who?
And
very plastic Melanie Griffith with plastic surgery out the ass, but pretty sure. Just saying. Lips, tits, they're fake. Go ahead.
I didn't notice.
I'm just saying.
let's
old
get
now.
this out of the way real quick. The girl Josh wanted to fuck in this movie was Chloe.
The Cleo bot.
The robot. The robot sounded sexy.
Didn't even look like a female at all. It had like a boob chest plate where the male ones had like flat chest plate.
And where do you insert? I didn't see an insert anywhere on her.
You just kind of grind on her and shoot all over it.
Yeah. That's further into the story.
I did like the beginning, though. I will say, I didn't hate it. I like that they explained everything of why shit was the way it was.
I thought that was stupid. I've never seen a longer intro that has text.
It was a lot of intro,
wrote out in paragraphs. I
long.
looked away and looked back 10 minutes later, and it was still telling me what was going on. I was like, good God.
I guess I just have a problem with movies sometimes that never tell you anything.
I want it to tell me, set me up or whatever, but I just was like, oh, all right, this is screen like number 4,
what was the Rocket movie? Or Turbo Kid?
Say something bad about Turbo.
No,
okay.
that was a good intro. It was short, but they told you what you wanted to hear. But this one was like a little over.
It was worse than Star Wars. Longer
and
than
I had
Star
to read
Wars.
it. Yeah, for real. I think it was.
Were they talking?
And it
during
didn't scroll. It just was.
No, they didn't talk. Yeah.
It was and then it shows the rundown city. I mean, it's like.
In the future, dystopian, sci-fi. I'm like real partial to all that.
Like most of the Earth is like, well, at least the United States is like desert wasteland.
Right, radiation everywhere, solar flares and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wrote down, what are the blimps for? Did anyone ever get that?
Dude, I think they mentioned it once. I kept waiting for someone to tell me what.
Tons of blimps with strings coming up, and they look like big octopuses
with the weather or something. Something with the rain, maybe.
I must have missed that.
I feel like that's not our fault. No. We saw those blimps so many times.
And if it just mentioned it once, it should have mentioned it.
Right.
Well, then, you go to the city. It shows the city.
Well, the future, it's only... it's 2044. So I kept getting, way ahead. I'm like, well, this looks shitty for the future.
Like, hopefully we'll
be around in 2044.
5 years before Blade Runner 2049. But seriously, because this came out before that, and they had huge, giant holograms as, advertisements and stuff.
So I have wrote down here...
2049 has those, too.
This reminded me of iRobot, Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell,
a little bit of
Chappie. Yeah, I had wrote down so many things that it reminded me of,
but not as good as.
I've only seen iRobot out of all those movies.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
Chappie's really good.
I've never seen that.
I love that movie. So 2044, so I kept hating on the robots right away because they were very seen a lot of like
Choppy.
robot, iRobot and Westworld and this and that, and they were like, yeah, choppy and real blocky. It's like, thank you, Mr.
It's like robots
It's like,
that are
what
happening
the
right
fuck?
now.
Yeah, and they move like snail's pace. Also, I mean, they just looked like real primitive robots, but.
Maybe it's
I mean,
just
it's
because it was only
2044,
30 years. In the future.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so there's a lot of walking in the desert. Is this a futuristic, robotic Lord of the Rings?
Might be.
No. It's something. Oh,
Antonio Banderas is
I
no
think I have
Frodo,
later
I will
in my
say.
notes, it's like half Castaway in the second half of the movie when he's in the desert and he's just like.
He's got
he didn't
friends.
go back to the city and fight, or like I thought he'd have some
'cause
swift plan.
what is he
It just
doing? I
was
hated him
dying
in
in
this
the
movie.
desert the whole last 45
He's an insurance
minutes.
agent. It's
True,
like,
which was weird
It's
too.
true.
Like,
for the robots, just insurance. Like something goes wrong, we pay you or we don't, but I got to make sure.
Yeah, so the robots had the rules, and it was can't something. What were the robot protocols? They can't alter themselves. Is the
themselves.
second
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
What's the
and-
first one?
don't harm humans.
No harming humans.
No harming humans.
And
Yeah,
then
so if
no
they,
self-repair / altering themselves.
right. So
So you just get killed for altering yourself? Like, that's a weird rule, I think.
they're not programmed to do that, Saunders.
Yeah, true.
And then opens up also with him at a house where a dog was brushed to death by a robot, but
I mean, those people
How?
ordered it.
to brush it.
I say the
No,
weird
well,
dad
they
guy
killed it. They
That's
killed
what-
it. Yeah.
I'm thinking the guy killed
Yeah,
thinking
it,
he
the guy
killed
killed
it
it,
and
yeah.
then tried to get
Blame
some
it.
money from the robot. Yeah, and that's when he drops the knife,
and then
he
it
catches the knife. Yeah.
See, all that
Stupid,
I liked.
Stupid. It
I
was
liked
kind
it.
of cool.
I was
I mean-
into it until I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Like, and then
Well, I
watched
had to
again.
watch it. I watched it, and I'm glad I watched it in like multiple. Like I watched half of it, then stopped, and then watched the other
It's
half.
almost
like,
like
a
Good for
two
you.
movies,
Good
though.
for you. Yeah.
It's almost like it's two movies, kind of. Because, like, it totally changes when he goes to the desert.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I dug it up until he went to the desert, kind of. But I don't know. Let's talk about what really needs to be talked about.
Okay.
Why do they eat colored paste for dinner? I wrote that.
It's the future.
Yeah, I
Colored
know,
paste.
like- yeah, dude. Like
I
if you,
miss it.
you must. It was quick. It was just him and the girl, his wife, whatever, sitting there. There was like pink and green and yellow paste in a lunch tray, and that's what they were eating for dinner.
Huh.
I wrote it down.
It's just all their most basic nutrients. They weren't
Well,
wealthy.
how about
Right,
they're
yeah.
also in the future and their freaking holographic TV's shittier than any HD TV
I
around
liked
right
when
now.
they did like the big holographic in the city, the boxing match. It
Yeah.
looked like that was cool.
Oh, I'm
That's
saying
like
that's-
a ghost in the show.
Yeah, and then what was the other thing that? Oh, they still have pagers. Like it's
Yeah.
like a little pager thing.
Like we don't even do pages now. Right? It's like
So, and then I like the actor, the Dylan McDermott, also from American Horror Story and
The crazy
the
cop
campaign.
guy?
is the
next thing I
only
wrote,
one I've
McDermott is good in this.
Yeah,
like-
yeah, he was
But I
pretty
wrote, but why
crazy.
does he hate robots so much?
They never
never-
really
yeah,
explained.
yeah.
He just was like
fucking
all
hates
for
robots, yeah.
He just
And-
walked up to that one. Was
And he's
altering
a drunk.
itself.
Why is he a drunk? Why does he hate?
Yeah.
We don't know anything about
He
this
should have been the
character.
star of this movie.
Yeah, I was like, and you can't even tell it's him. He doesn't
Uh-uh.
look anything like himself.
Did a robot go crazy, kill his wife? Like, you
Yeah.
know, I don't
He
know.
was so angry the whole time.
Yeah.
So he catches that robot altering itself, kills it. That starts the whole. They call Antonio Banderas and start this investigation on why this.
Yeah.
Think it's a clocksmith, I guess, which is somebody that.
Yeah.
Re-
Well, then he
alters
goes to he
robots.
goes to that where they're working construction, welding, and all that shit. And anyone that's outside of the perimeter gets shot on sight. It's like
Yeah,
they don't know
right.
if you're out there you die because they don't want any kind of contaminate.
Contamination.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, JJ!
There you go, that
That's
word.
why Leo does the
Mrs.
intros now.
Stuttersworth. No, that's.
But why did he think he could go out there and not,
Not
get
get
shot?
shot.
Yeah.
And then he follows that robot, and that robot kills
Oh yeah,
himself.
he goes out. Oh yeah, he goes.
What are
out
you
there, they
doing? I'm
start
an insurance agent. Like,
yeah.
That's yeah.
And that robot sets himself on fire.
Yeah.
And then like another thing I have wrote down too is like throughout the whole movie, just until like the last like bit where he finally realizes all this stuff, which we'll get to later. Like everybody was so surprised, denying. Like not one person was like, ooh, we might need to look in. They're like, no, could never happen. That couldn't happen. We need to go get Jack Bocan and kill him. And it was just seemed like every turn where they're like, this is impossible. You know, like, the movie's an hour and a half in. Like, just
It's
accept it. You know,
it's
I don't know.
2044. Have you never seen fucking?
There's a fucking
iRobot
robot.
came out before that. You know, all this stuff came out, but way before this. I guess
don't know.
those movies don't exist.
Will Smith tried to warn us.
I can't give any specific
Terminator
examples.
tried to warn us.
Terminator. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, then you got the whole fact is like, so these robots are basically like slaves or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're also, you have homeless robots like that one they caught at the beginning trying to repair or upgrade it.
Yeah, it's like living in the slums
with a bunch of homeless people.
Oh my gosh, Saunders, look what I wrote down, but I forgot.
What's that? Nice.
I take
Paste
that.
for dinner.
What?
Nice. Delicious paste for dinner.
I guess I did notice it. That's hilarious.
Why do I have handicap bots? Is there a handicap bots?
I don't remember.
I
Those
don't remember
robots
that.
were so stupid.
Yeah.
They were not. They thought they knew stuff, but it wasn't like a self-awareness thing, though. Like
And then
it seemed like on Westworld. I mean, it kind of was, but like they just didn't. I mean, all they did, they just fixed the stuff. I guess I don't know.
Or-
It was just
or-
like
or
no big
Or
thing
maids
happened.
or something. So.
What was the moral? What's the point?
I don't
you
know,
know,
but
like,
and then you know it tries to give a little bit of backstory for Antonio's character, and
well,
I mean, like it
here's
has to do with him and his wife being his wife being pregnant and stuff. But then you know he regrets getting her pregnant basically because of what the future is like right now.
She
And
insisted.
yeah, she insisted.
She cut holes in the condoms.
Then he's always thinking about the beach.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
Why,
even
though?
think he's,
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever even seen the ocean.
Well, I think he did when he was a kid. That's why he kept seeing kids playing on the
Because
ocean.
technically he would have been a kid in like 1995
yeah.
or so. You figure he's probably 50.
Here's another thing I
in the
keep
movie,
forgetting
you know?
too is that this movie came out in 2014. I've been like so robot desensitized from
Really?
Westworld on
Okay.
HBO. So that was like what 2016, yeah. So and then this season came out this year. So I mean it was kind of before all this robot stuff started really being
Big
prominent
again.
to mainstream.
Was this
I guess
in
I don't
theaters?
know.
Probably not.
Yeah, and like that's
Was
another.
it?
Where do these movies go? Like where
Yeah.
does this come
Well,
from?
it's like Nick Cage. It goes straight to Redbox or something.
Yeah.
or Netflix.
I mean, how much did it cost to make this? I guess I mean, like, what,
They had to
did
have a
lose
decent
money?
budget.
I mean, is it you're the director
Decent.
and you're like, oh, I got a great idea. Call Antonio. Well, you know,
It
I'm sure
might have
he
been
made
done-
money.
No,
I mean, I
it
don't
was probably
know.
at Sundance and shit like that. It was probably an indie film. It's at Sundance and Cannes and all that
Gotcha.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to the movie, I guess. What?
We're all over the place with this one.
Oh, then I guess when he finds the whore robot, whatever you want to call her,
The
sex
Cleo
worker.
bot.
Yeah, the Cleo bot,
Oh
the
my
sex
God.
bot. And he goes and takes her to another. But also all this time, Antonio Banderas, I can believe him as an insurance, but he's an insurance agent that knows a bunch about the robotics and all this science that goes behind it. And I did not believe
Like
because,
Gerard Butler and Geostorm.
yeah, I did not
you
believe.
watched that?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Did you watch it?
No.
I did not believe Antonio Banderas. Like it seemed like he didn't even understand it while he was, you know,
I
acting.
just heard
it
it was
and
so
all this
bad.
stuff.
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I see what you're saying, though, John. He said Geostorm, and it threw me off because I've been listening to the
How did
Manzukis
this
podcast. Yeah, and they always make fun of Geostorm. So
Yeah.
sorry.
We
We do need to all get together and watch that tornado heist movie. Though.
Hurricane Heist.
Heist, yeah.
I think we do. I
Fleet
think we need
at
to
work
watch-
said that there was I was like, so was it pretty good? He's like, I guess. He said there was a part that was really funny in it. I was like, Fleet, I don't think it's a funny movie. He said, well, there's a scene where they're driving through a tobacco field trying to escape the storm or something. And they go, watch out, you're running over all the tobacco. And he says, that's okay. I'm saving people from cancer.
What?
And I was like, oh man, we've got to watch that one and do a podcast
That's
over it.
hilarious.
Sounds silly.
Yes.
But anyways, and he takes the sex bot to
Melanie Griffith. Dupre, Dr. Dupre.
to figure out what's going on, and then
They get that
his
robot
company-
colonel. Yeah.
What?
What? Well, they
His
get,
boss's boss or whatever.
they're kind of shifty, yeah. And then he gets that fucked up robot colonel from the other robot that they shot, right? There was kernels going around all over the place, and they install it in the Cleobot, and she starts to fix herself.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're talking about. Before all this, they went when they found the one that they shot that they try to bring back just to see.
Yeah, because they do that right
They do,
after
like, a
he
robot
takes
autopsy.
the robot to her.
Yeah, but and puts it in Cleo. Cleo's like all like doing whatever she wants now. Oh, because it was taken to her by the owner because she was gonna get it fixed so she can sell her for sex again.
Right.
And they follow, and but then Antonio's bosses are Valcoon, Jacques. We'll just call him Jacques.
Jacques.
It's
a good name for him.
Jack. Well, his boss, the high up boss or whatever, is like hiring all these people to kill him because
he knows
wants
too
it
much.
secret. Yeah, he wants it a secret and then have people fix it. And he gets what is it? He gets
You can't trust insurance agents. That's just
no.
the way it goes.
He gets kids to assassinate him.
Oh
Yeah, those little kids
and
to
they
try to-
come to the door.
It was
Yeah,
kind of a
that
teenager
girl.
that shot Melanie Griffith, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like kids, and then
Yeah.
he runs away,
Gets out with
and then
it.
Cleo, and then Cleo's they're
Driving.
and tries to save him and stuff, and like completely destroys the car and
like
almost
rams
kills him.
it into all those blockade barrier. I mean, that's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they'd have like robotic precision. She could have like done some cool like dodged all
Or,
those
you know,
something.
Right, like iRobot cars.
Yeah.
Will Smith just chilled in the back seat and it drove by
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
Or
That was a good movie. I don't
That-
care.
that-
or he
movie's
could, or
awesome.
she could have pulled the whole Top Gun, hit the brakes, they'll fly right past you.
Yeah.
Started
There you go.
filming the new Top Gun.
Yeah, so then that's when he starts. That's the last half of the movie is when he's just trying to run around the desert and survive there.
Weird. It's
Meets
like they
up with
just
the
ran
other
out of
robots,
ideas.
and they like won't take. They're trying to escape to like the Robo Promised Land or something.
Yeah, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
They
we never see. We never.
They have to go over some canyon to get to it, or
Yeah.
they can't get there for some reason because they don't want them to. Don't know why.
Well,
Never
it just
explained.
takes them 10 years to walk that far because they walk so fucking slow.
I feel like this is like robots we could have right now.
Yeah,
Like,
well, we do have them like
Yeah.
that, basically.
but it's crazy. I don't know.
And then what else do we have? Well, yeah, the whole desert, and then he gets tracked down by the cop guy
By Dylan McDermott kills him.
Yeah,
with a flare gun.
with a flare gun. Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Then like robots keep taking him to this, and they get to this shack little town place, and find the clocksmith, which is just another robot.
It's the first robot who actually I looked up after because I recognized the voice. I was like, that sounds like just like Javier Bardem. So I finished the movie except right towards the end and looked up, and it was.
Really?
Yeah, the first. What did he have a name? I thought it had. It's just like the first robot, and he was the clocksmith that was altering all the other robots.
Yeah, and then they keep bringing all these nuclear batteries with them. And
Well, there was
parts.
nuclear batteries being passed around left and right. Like I don't.
So I guess
No.
nuclear batteries are a thing in the future.
Well, they mentioned. Well, they have the whole backstory too. That the coding for all the robots was so complex that they actually had a robot do the programming for the other robots.
Right.
It was a robot that first robot that didn't have the second protocol, and he could just do whatever he wanted, I guess.
Right.
And then did it ever say how he got out to the desert?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
I like when Antonio Banderas was at that factory and went to that like truck with the 100-year-old rust on it, and then like
there's-
gonna get it running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Like I wouldn't.
We
even
just connect a
bother.
few wires here and get this
Yeah.
thing started. Did either of you guys notice that the Cleo robot sounded like Melanie Griffith?
I didn't notice that.
I noticed it and I wrote it down, but I didn't know if she was voicing the robot, like if she had programmed her own voice into it or some shit. I don't know, but random thing I wrote down 3 weeks ago when I watched this.
So let's get to Cleo again, since we're on Cleo. And Jack's weird dance scene.
With the Cleobot?
Yeah.
That was so
Weird dance sequence with Antonio and the robot. Are they gonna fuck? That's what I wrote.
They got really fucking close.
And then
Yeah.
and then she was getting off while they danced.
Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah. Thanks,
Like,
JJ.
Lubricant just gonna shoot out of her or something?
Saunders.
And then he thought about it. He
Yeah,
didn't think
oh,
he
I
was
know
gonna
he
do it.
thought about it for sure.
Then he was like, "Oh, I'm just drunk and I got a wife." And
Did anyone notice that his wife was the hot German chick from Pitch Perfect 2? That Anna
No.
Kendrick's all obsessed with? Boom. Random fact.
It did. I did
Uh,
look. We looked her up today at lunchtime,
Yeah.
and it said Pitch Perfect on
yeah.
there.
She's from Pitch Perfect 2.
oh, that's when you found out she was in
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Yeah. Nothing. What else we got? Then they all get basically.
I like the little dog they created, though.
Yeah, they created this weird little dog
weird
thing.
robot
Yeah,
dog.
it was,
The most energetic thing in the whole movie.
Insect.
Yeah, it was
I don't know,
weird.
It was creepy looking.
It was the most
What did
energetic
it even
robot.
do? It's just the fact that they created it. Like they kept
Yeah.
saying that. Like, is that the you could create life? I don't.
I
I just.
guess.
I don't know.
And then they finally get tracked down or whatever.
And that's when like the
kidnap-
last fight.
kidnap the
scene-
wife or whatever
Yeah.
with the newborn baby.
Antonio Banderas had it rough the second half of the movie. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, I thought he was gonna die out there.
I knew he was going to pull through.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there was the whole fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
Guns, running people over.
Stuff finally happens.
What that one robot was with them. They started shooting at it, and it tried to jump. But these robots can't do anything. They
Yeah.
can't fucking jump.
They're so blocky.
He goes and just falls down off that crane.
They were made to
his
wash
death.
dishes, not fight.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so they fight. Antonio Banderas lives. The wife and kid live. Chloe's the only robot that lives with the pet thingy.
Yeah.
And then they get him across the big gap. Don't know what they're going and what's
Just
over there.
Didn't have it in the budget to
Robot
show us.
Promised Land.
But
yeah.
what's over there? Because they're the first ones to make it, aren't
That's
they?
the sequel.
Radiation. Oh God.
Automata 2.
When I typed it in, it said 2. They said there was a 2, like in the bar. That's like
I think that's the
search
Between
bar.
the Buried and Me album.
Automata
Nice.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Good job, Leo.
Well, I typed in Automata also, and that's when I seen that Between the Buried and Me came out with Automata
1 and 2.
this year, and then it said Automata 2 music. Hang on, Automata 2 studio album by Between the Buried and Me.
They must be screaming about robots this time.
Yep. Okay, but
That came out in July. Wait, set to be released July 13th. Oh my God,
It's
that's
today.
tomorrow.
Out tomorrow.
New Between the Buried and Me tomorrow.
They're weird, man. I like them.
I love them.
anyways, so the end of the movie is.
Anyways, I don't listen to them. So.
I listen to them.
Oh, okay. Go
I
ahead.
mean, I don't know much about it, but I'll listen to them
I
sometimes.
just started like a year ago.
So they drive him to the ocean because that's where he wanted to go anyways throughout.
So
the
was
whole
that the
movie.
Grand Canyon or?
It's too small to be the Grand
I
Canyon.
Never
guess,
said where
right.
they were, right?
No.
Like in the United
Shut up,
States?
JJ. Yeah.
Did
Yeah. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
They're like, he should be. I mean, I
But
guess
they-
it's pretty rough everywhere because they were kept saying that he had it really good to be in a home with insurance and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have to be an insurance agent to have insurance in the future?
So that was just insurance for robots.
Mm.
But like he's basically dying. Also, though Antonio Banderas, you seem like he's dying, but they drive to the ocean. So does she drive him to the ocean so he can see it before he dies? Because they get to the ocean and then it ends and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he does.
I think they just ran out of money.
Dun,
Just
dun,
ended it.
dun, Borefest.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
was
and
tough.
looking
It's just
back,
so long.
I agree. Looking ever since I've been thinking about it for 3 fucking weeks. When I watched it, I really liked it, even
Yeah.
though I fell asleep twice. Like I gave it 7.5 the day of. I'm changing
that's
that
your
today.
no, that's your
But-
honest true.
Well, that was the
opinion.
day of, though.
Don't let us convince you.
Well, no, I was thinking about it before.
The day up, first impulse, man, gut feeling.
Yeah.
You love this movie.
Yeah. So
Saunders loves
I
it.
did not. Look.
before we get to our ratings, I mean, I guess that's about all we got to talk
Yeah,
about, right?
yeah.
I don't really have much.
We
more
blew
to
through
say.
that one.
Yeah, that one was and didn't have much to say. So IMDb gives it a 6.1 out of 10 stars.
I still say that's about right.
Rotten Tomatoes, both critics and audience give it 30%, so that's rotten. Amazon, you go 5-star at 18%, 4-star 22,
Not
3-star
good ratings.
26, 2-star 17% and 1-star 17%. So
Damn.
the only one that gave it a halfway decent is probably IMDb.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Halfway decent, yeah.
Yep. So I think we're going to do nuclear battery since this were so huge in the
For our rating system.
So Leo, you go first. This was your movie.
I'll give it a 5, and that's pushing it.
A five nuclear batteries.
5 nuclear batteries.
Josh,
6.
6 nuclear.
Because I can't go 7.5.
That's fucking
But
high. There's like
I
Oscar
still-
movies that are 7.5.
It was good enough in my eyes when I watched it that
Let me look up
I
Blade Runner
did, like,
2049 and see what that gets.
I can't just totally shit on it now that I think back. I'm not watching it again, but it was good enough when I watched it to make me want to do 7.5, so I'll give it 6 right now.
I'm doing a 4.
4.
4 nuclear batteries. Didn't care for it. Not
So it probably averages out to about 5-ish.
5-ish, yeah. 5-ish. So yeah, I guess we'll tell you what I'm doing next. Unless
Yeah, I was about to say the only thing.
iRobot got a 7.1 rating on IMDb.
Damn.
You're over here trying to give Automata a 7.5. Fuck you.
No, can't do it.
So I've got 2 that I found on Amazon Prime,
What are they?
but you'll have to watch it with me because you don't have Amazon Prime. But Leo
That
does.
sounds real cute.
Yeah, you can hold hands and everything.
I'm not
Maybe.
making another
Just hold
fake
beards.
email address to have Amazon Prime. I've done that with too many.
Just pay for it. It's
Yeah,
$100.
but they do it monthly now, $10 a month.
I pay
I
$10
hardly-
a month for enough shit.
I do too. I hardly ever use. We do the free shipping and stuff more than
I get free shipping anyway because I
Amazon
always
Prime.
get over $35.
Amazon Prime's
It's
got a
2
lot
day, yeah.
of shit on there for movies.
It
and
does,
documentaries.
and TV
I'd rather
shows
have
and
Hulu
Amazon
and Netflix
originals.
than Spotify. But anyway,
I have a.
I have all that too.
Yeah, we have all that too.
Y'all got a lot more money
Saunders
than I
plus
do, too.
Prime.
we're not having personal debates on the podcast, guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's literally all we do.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys pick. I found 2.
Are we just
Okay.
picking
Are
by
you gonna
name?
watch the
Yes.
trailers?
No, you're gonna pick by
We
name.
can't watch the trailer.
Okay,
on
no,
the
I
podcast.
like this.
And
I like
then
this.
we'll watch the trailer.
Okay.
On the podcast?
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
We've done it before.
Yeah.
Just
2
so-
of them though?
No, not no. You pick and then we
Okay,
watch.
gotcha.
Awesome,
gotcha.
awesome,
You're gonna
awesome.
tell us who's in it?
No.
No,
Just by name.
Saunders.
All right. Just making sure. Want to know the rules.
Crazy.
The Night Watchman.
Oh.
No, not the Watch.
Okay, go ahead.
The Night Watchman.
I
or
thought it was something else.
What, JJ? What?
Evils of the Night.
Are they both horror?
Yes.
I guess Night Watchmen's what
Yeah,
I
Night
vote.
Watchmen.
Evils of whatever.
That sounds like a
That
very...
sounds like I'm getting ready to fucking watch
Beyond the
Nightbreed
Gates.
again. Beyond the Gates.
Okay, so here we go. We'll
What-
watch.
Okay.
The Night Watchman.
The Night Watchman trailer, 2016 horror movie.
In every city. In every office.
Yes, this is. Oh,
Hi guys.
I like it
I'm
already.
sorry to interrupt. We just wanted to let you guys know that we are finishing up next week's layout. We're gonna be working late, so no need to come in. Tasers ablazing.
What brings you to this line of work?
Well, this was the only place that would hire me.
Ouch. So the job is pretty simple.
I'm
well,
liking
what
it.
the
I'm
hell
loving
is
it.
that?
You gotta be kidding me, man. You got the wrong address. It's a sniff, yo, man. What's the worst that could happen?
What? What's in there? No, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it.
Randall, is that you? It's not funny, dude.
JJ, no.
Okay, I'll watch it with JJ, but
Is
I
that
can't
the
watch it alone.
AT&T girl? Is it?
Oh, thanks.
No. Oh. Boobs in the trailer.
You guys, why are there people eating people?
Is it a ghost club? What in the hell is going on?
Damn it, JJ.
No, I think I'm liking it.
Oh, I'm down to watch it.
What are these things?
Maybe they're vampires. Really? What? It's a thing.
You said what is on?
This circus sound like shit.
We wouldn't last a second out there. Just wait them out in here. We're safe in here. Gear up. Let's go kill some dead people.
Yeah, they killed the
This is
clown.
who we are. We're Night Watch.
The Night Watchmen. That looks pretty
It looks
cool.
JJ.
Yeah.
It is a JJ movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm glad we picked that one.
I need to know if that's the AT&T girl.
We can
Kinda
check in a
look like
minute. Wait till we finish.
You check in a minute.
I already say the next podcast we're gonna rate it in zompires
Or steaks.
or steaks. Yeah.
We'll find something.
All right, that's the next one then.
Yeah, yep, the Night Watchman. So if you want to watch it before you listen to it, all, I don't know how many, 12 people, because we have 12 followers on Twitter.
12? That's awesome.
Well, 2 of them are us. Me and Josh. So 10 people.
Our
I
good
guess.
buddy don't even follow us.
Who?
I'm not saying his name.
Oh. Yeah, he does.
Is he? Does he? That's good.
One of his profiles does.
Well, that's good. I unfollowed his, but anyway, whatever.
Anyways, so I thought it did, maybe not. I don't know. I have to look, but anywho, so that's that was episode 6 of What Did We Just Watch?
Finally.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's been a while. Just a lot of work.
We'll get back on the ball here.
Me and Leo have been working a lot.
Like 70-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
In the heat, 100
Oh,
degrees.
40 hours in the heat's enough for me, so I feel y'all's
I
pain
thought
a little bit.
you guys aren't. You're in the heat.
No overtime right now.
I know, but
oh,
I
we're
thought-
in the heat bad.
Oh, I thought you guys had to be in
It
control.
ain't like a paint room at your
Oh.
place, no.
I wish I worked at the paint room at my place.
Yeah, Tensco paint rooms are awesome. So, but anyway, all right, guys, what did we just watch?
Yep.
Good.
That was
podcast,
episode
guys.
6.
Awesome.
Yep. Thanks again for listening to What
Did
We
Just
Watch.
Watch. Peace.